She told herself it was just 7 days. That's how it always starts. Just a week. Just until he gets back on his feet. That's what she said, standing at the door, keys in hand, heart already arguing with her brain. Because deep down, she knew better. But when he showed up that night, no warning, no plan, just a duffel bag, and that same tired look she used to fall for, something in her broke. Or maybe, something in her never healed. "Please," he said. "I've got nowhere else to go." And just like that, she let him in. Again. Now pause for a second, because this is where most people think the story is predictable. You're probably thinking, he's going to mess things up again. But that's not what made this situation dangerous. No, what made it dangerous was how normal everything felt at first. The first night, quiet. The second, he helped with dinner. By day 3, he was laughing with her kid like nothing ever happened. And that's when the real problem began. Because when chaos feels like comfort, you stop recognizing the warning signs. She started noticing little things. Nothing obvious. Nothing she could point to and say, "That's the problem." But enough to make her pause. Like how he suddenly knew things. Things she never told him. Or how her son, who hadn't asked about his father in months, started acting different, closer, attached, hopeful. And hope, in this situation, hope is the most dangerous emotion of all. Because hope makes you ignore patterns. Hope rewrites history. And she was starting to forget exactly why she left him in the first place. But what she didn't know, what she couldn't see yet, was that letting him stay for just 1 week had already triggered something much bigger. Something that wasn't going to end in 7 days. Not even close. Because by the end of that week, someone in that house was going to make a decision that would change all of their lives permanently. And it wasn't going to be her. By day 4, it stopped feeling temporary. No talk. No agreement. Just presence. His shoes by the door. His voice in the kitchen. Like he never left. That's when her instincts came back. Quiet. Easy to ignore. Until the first crack. She got home late. The house felt wrong. Too quiet. No TV. No footsteps. Then, whispering. From her bedroom. She froze. That room was off limits. Always. Not after everything. She moved closer. Slow. Careful. Right before the door. Silence. She opened it. Her son sat on the bed. And him, right beside him. Too close. "We're just talking," he said. Just talking. But her son looked at her differently. Not confused. Loyal. Like he was choosing. And that's when it hit her. This wasn't about staying anymore. This was strategy. Because he wasn't trying to win her back. He was reaching her through her son. Then her son smiled and said, "Dad says you overreact sometimes." Her heart dropped. He never used to say things like that. Not ever. And suddenly, all those small things. They weren't small. They were steps. A pattern. And if she was right, by the time she figured it out, it would already be too late. That one sentence didn't leave her head. Not that night. Not the next morning. "Dad says you overreact sometimes." It replayed, over and over. Because it wasn't just what he said. It was how he said it. Calm. Certain. Like it was true. And that's when she noticed the shift. Her son started questioning her. Small things at first. Why can't Dad stay longer? Why are you always upset with him? Why do you make everything a problem? Those weren't his words. They were planted. Carefully. Day by day. And the worst part? It was working. Because now, every correction she made sounded like control. Every boundary sounded like anger. And somehow, he was becoming the calm one. The understanding one. That's how it happens. Not loud. Not obvious. But slow. Precise. Then came the moment she couldn't ignore. Dinner. 3 of them at the table. Normal on the outside. But something felt staged. He laughed. Told stories. Played the good guy perfectly. Until she said one simple thing. "He still leaves at the end of the week." Silence. Her son looked down. Then at him. And that's when he did it. A small sigh. A shake of the head. Like he was disappointed. Not angry, just tired. "I'm trying," he said softly. "I just want peace for once." And instantly, she became the problem. She felt it. The shift in the room. Now she wasn't protecting her home. She was creating tension. And her son saw it that way too. That's when fear hit her. Real fear. Because this wasn't about the past anymore. It was happening again. But smarter this time. Quieter. And way more dangerous. Because before, she could walk away alone. Now, walking away might mean losing her son. And just when she thought she could still fix it, she found something that proved. This wasn't accidental. Not even close. It was planned. From the start.
She wasn't snooping. That's what she told herself. His phone lit up on the counter. He was in the shower, water running, door closed. She shouldn't have looked. But something didn't feel right. So she picked it up. One message preview. That's all it took. Stick to the plan. Don't rush it. Her chest tightened. Plan? Her thumb hovered, then tapped. More messages loaded, and suddenly everything made sense. She'll react. Stay calm. Win the kid first. Once he trusts you, she can't push you out. Her breathing changed. Slow, heavy. This wasn't random. Every moment scripted. Every reaction controlled. The calm voice, the patience, the good guy act. It wasn't real. It was strategy. And she had been cast as the villain. Then she saw the message that changed everything. By the end of the week, you're in. No going back. Her stomach dropped. That was never the agreement. Never. This wasn't a visit. This was an entry. And she opened the door herself. Footsteps. The water stopped. Too suddenly. Her heart jumped. She locked the phone fast, placing it back exactly how it was. Step, step, step. The bathroom door creaked. Everything okay? He called out. She forced her voice steady. Yeah, all good. But inside, nothing was good. Because now she knew the truth. And knowing meant danger. Because if he realized she knew, the whole game would change. That night, she barely spoke. Watched everything. Every word, every look. And then, right before bed, her son walked up to her, quiet, serious, and asked one simple question. Mom, can Dad stay for good? And just like that, the clock ran out.
Mom, can Dad stay for good? Time froze. Her son's eyes, hopeful, certain, and that certainty was dangerous. Say yes, lose control again. Say no, risk his trust. She remembered the messages. Win the kid first. She won't have a choice. No, this wasn't about being liked. It was about protecting the one she couldn't lose. I love you, she said, kneeling. But no, he can't stay. Silence. Her son's face shifted, hurt, confusion, then distance. Step back, pulling away. Across the room, his father's eyes. Watching, calculating, waiting. For the first time, she didn't react. She stood, calm, firm. He leaves tomorrow, she said. The script broke. Control only works when it's unseen. Morning came. No drama. No fight. Just a bag by the door and a cold look. This was never about 1 week. It was access, influence, control. And though he was gone, the effect stayed. In her son's silence. In the distance between them. In questions without answers. Rebuilding would take longer than 7 days. But this time, she wasn't broken. She was aware. Because some people don't return to fix things. They return to finish what they started. And now, she was ready.